All right. Welcome to episode 18 of the Denim Heads podcast. I'm Pasha.
And I'm Dariush. What's up, Pasha?
What's up with you? I understand you have a little bit of housekeeping, so let's review episode 17 a little bit.
Yes, I just want to come back on Bueso. Last week, we briefly touched on it, but I feel like I haven't done my due diligence. I just wanted to give one or two more details. I think like everybody should go and have a look at their website. The products, they're amazing. If we talked about this, the craftsmanship, and probably beyond the product, if you enjoy the weight, the anticipation when you order something that's really handmade, and the fact, to receive something that's been made with
Customized?
care. Yeah, customized, made with care. Of course, we're not talking about fast fashion. We're talking about something that's totally the opposite. But, they have something else I also forgot to say. They have a really interesting indigo dyeing service. You can send them shirts, shoes, new shoes. Don't do the same mistake as I did. Be respectful. I asked them about shoes and I sent them a picture of a pair of shoes that I have here, which aren't new, and they respectfully declined. But
course.
this service is very interesting. It's going to be hand dyed, hand indigo dyed, and then they ship it back to you. And even I know the packaging is amazing. They really go into the details and such. So again, I just wanted to tell everybody to go back and have a look at their website. It's going to be once again in the show notes, definitely.
Yeah, so, indigo, I did a little bit of diving in it, and indigo is mostly from, there's really only 5 indigo farmers. These guys, Buasu is one of those 5. It's actually from Tokushima, Japan. That's where a majority of indigo is coming from, and that's in part because of how the river there, the Yoshinagawa River, that's running under the soil and such, and it allows for this. And their tradition sort of goes back to samurais in the 1600s. Basically, they realized that the indigo dye makes the clothes a lot more stiff.
Okay.
It's stiffer. It gives it actually its odor and stain resistant. It's actually the firefighters there in Japan, old school and such. They would use indigo as a flame retardant as well.
Okay.
So there is a long history of indigo, and it's most places, most denim is using chemicals, but this is why Basu is such a cool thing, because they're
Right.
only one of 5 really, and it's a tradition. I mean, we're talking about other farmers are like 6th, 7th generation indigo farmers, and
Right.
it's very labor intensive. I mean, it could take about a year for them to harvest the indigo. Things could take up to like a week or so just to make each piece, in terms of the
The dyeing
process. And
yes.
again, these are people that have been doing it for 40, 50, 60 years.
Yes.
So their hands and they do everything by hand. Their hands are like eternally blue because of the amount of indigo and such. So these guys, they really sacrifice a lot. And so, both Dariush and I are wearing some indigo right now,
True.
real indigo stuff. And so there's a lot of care that's taken into this.
Yes, definitely.
So yeah, definitely give them a shout, and we will talk about them every so often on the podcast.
Yes.
So I finally got
Right.
the Oni Vargas collaboration in the mail
Right.
this
Okay.
past Thursday, and I remember
Right.
I brought it upstairs, and I was taking pictures with Dariush, throughout the day.
Yes.
I sent him, and it's truly it's different. It's beautiful. You can tell there's a lot of
Okay.
the pictures
Living up
really
to the
don't do it
hype.
justice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the hype, and I really enjoyed it. I just felt like it's a good, solid pair of denim that it's gonna be like a staple.
Yes.
You could see the secret denim in there, but most of it, about 80-90% of it, of course, is the Vargas.
Okay.
Such.
So that's something that's interesting that we didn't talk about last time. It is 90%, 80% of it is a pair of Burgess, and then you have the secret denim parts that are added to it.
Mostly, yeah. There's like
right.
little minor but very tastefully done. Oni
Yes.
denim, Oni secret denim touches to it.
Okay.
Little customizations, as we said, the pockets, all
Right.
pockets actually have secret denim
Okay.
in it, and it comes with one thing that we found out actually was that they're both made in, if I'm not mistaken, the same factory. Is that correct? Or they're sewn
Correct.
in the same place. So that's probably why.
Yeah.
You know, it has the leather patch, the Oni leather patch, but on the left side, on the right side is the Vargas patch. And I'll be honest, you know, maybe
Yes.
that's the one thing I didn't like.
Okay.
I probably felt like, especially for a collaboration, I wish the leather patch was a bit better. It felt kind of papery, really thin. You know, I'm used to so many other leather patches,
leather
and
patches.
deerskin and sheep, and it's just
Right.
this
right,
one.
Right.
It didn't do it for me. That's probably the only downside
Yes.
to it. I
The
didn't,
Burgess
you know-
leather patch.
Yeah, the Burgess leather patch. The Oni is what you expect the Oni to be
Of course.
from a secret denim. It's the same one. You know, I don't know. I kind of like, you know, these. If I really like, my favorite patches are probably the hair on ones. You know, from
Right.
Studio, from
Studio. Yep.
Naked and Famous has their hair on from the Milk Selvage. Double RL this week, we saw
Yes.
had a black one that came on hair on. So there's some really nice ones out there, and this is where it wouldn't stop me from buying the denim, of
Okay.
course, but this is just the one thing I wish
Of course.
was better.
Yeah.
But you know, that's that. It's fine. You know.
Overall,
It's no
really
big deal.
nice pair. The cut is interesting too. I thought it was interesting when I saw you wearing it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I
Modern.
would feel about the slim straight, but I love it.
Yeah.
And it worked out this week because it was a little bit cold here in New York City. It was windy. And so I think
Okay.
from what I remember, they were like 15 ounces or 15 and a half ounce pairs. So it was a good medium weight denim.
Okay.
Certainly didn't mind. I have them on right now, and they're just comfortable.
Okay.
They have a nice hairy. Actually, they're very hairy. I could say that.
Okay.
Now I know.
Yeah, I was
they're
gonna
very
ask what color, which color is the Selvage ID?
That is, I think it's just the stand. Oh, it's just the standard white.
Okay, so there's no red or
No.
pink.
No pink selvage, nothing. No
Okay.
blue like PBJs.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
just a standard white one. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's still nice. Yeah, I
It's
know.
nice.
I actually, this is the first time I'm doing the what is it, the double cuff.
Right, you got to cuff them.
I did.
course.
I didn't. I was telling Darius this week. I was like, I'm so happy I didn't hem these. I'm not gonna hem any more jeans.
Nope,
That's it. I'm done.
done with that.
But yeah, that's where we're at.
Cool. Small thing. Before we go into a bigger subject, you remember the iron snail?
That's so
Michael?
funny because I was actually gonna talk about him too. I didn't even tell you.
we're gonna go in the same subject, right? Okay.
So I actually, in doing a little bit of, I watched some of his videos, and funny,
Yep.
that's so weird because Darius and I we hold out a little bit from each other.
Yes.
We don't tell each other sometimes what we're gonna talk about just to catch each other. So that's so funny because I watched Iron Snail this
Okay.
week. Darius is like, oh man, this guy. I watched a little bit of him, and he's really funny. He's
Right?
a funny guy. I really enjoyed him. And anybody, all our listeners out there, you know, definitely give him a subscribe and like his stuff. He's good. And he
Yes.
puts out some great stuff. He uploaded something yesterday, February 2nd, to
February 2nd.
did I say February 2nd?
Yeah.
Friday. I meant to say Friday, April 2nd.
Right.
We're recording this on Saturday the 3rd. And so it was yeah. He talks about, actually, funny enough, the Momotaro Type 2 jacket.
Exactly.
Sashiko. That we'll get to that, but yeah, he's really funny. You know what's funny? I was watching another video he had. He was selling his or he's planning on selling his PBJ $825 jacket,
Right.
and that he got from Okayama Denim. It was like a
Right.
collaboration. And you know what's funny is, like, he's talking. He sends. I think you've had this problem, so I guess it's a common thing. That he reached out to PBJ and he asked them about like a purple weft denim or something like that. And he said 6 times he reached out to them and they never responded to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just them.
It's just-
They're sort of in. They got no time for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, I sent it. I asked all these nice questions, and then I thought maybe they didn't understand. So I got Google Translate to do it, and
Right.
didn't even work.
No.
Still no response.
Still no
Radio
response.
silence there. So
But
uh,
did you see his video from maybe last week? Because there is some type of a big news with him.
has his own clothing line. Is that what
He's
you're gonna tell me?
launching. Yeah, he's looking to launch his own clothing brand. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the title. I didn't get the chance to watch it, but he did mention it in his latest upload.
Right.
That he's planning on. At first I thought he was joking, but then when I went back to look at his channel, I was like, oh
No,
no,
it looks serious.
He's legit,
Yeah.
and he's adopting a minimalist lifestyle. So good for
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
But he has some good stuff. He has some
He's got some good stuff.
he talks about James Dant.
He's very like under the radar.
He's okay. He's got like 45, a little over 4,500 subscribers. So that's a lot for this small industry. He's doing good, but he's good.
Yeah.
Video quality is great. The content is awesome. He's funny. He's really funny. He's
True.
in some odd way, I would say not odd, but he's sort of what I would want us to be. I aspire to be, because he's everywhere, and he gets a little bit of everything. He's very well educated, very well informed. But he's good. He's got the Tanner
True.
Goods. He's got the Tanukis. He talks about
True.
PBJ. He talks about James Dant.
Yes.
He's hitting all the marks.
Exactly.
But yeah, I guess he's launching his own clothing.
It'll be
I'll watch
interesting
that
to
video.
follow, definitely.
Of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Good
Cool.
for him. But yeah, his latest upload was talking about the Blue Owl Sashiko jacket, and that was launched. Oddly enough, we were planning on talking about this, but then when watching, he actually shows it. He's wearing it. He picked it up, of
Yes.
course, in Japan, but Blue Owl released it this week, among other things. They had some
Yes.
really good releases this week. I mean, just kind of going on there.
Yes.
Mostly,
Let's go.
we saw the Momotaro stuff. I mean, they have the Kasuri Sashiko shirt. They have that Sashiko Type 2 jacket. All very nice. Last week I was really into the SDA. One was a Kasuri shirt, one was a Sashiko
Right.
shirt, and here Momotaro has actually a combo of the two, and like a bunch of T-shirts and stuff. But I was mostly into the blue Japan stuff. And what's funny is they didn't even drop this. As I've said in the past, they Blue Owl will usually tell you what they're uploading or selling on
Right.
on Wednesday for Friday's launch. And this one just kind of snuck up on me. I didn't see it, and I just happened to scroll down, and
Yes.
lo and behold, there was like 20 other things from
Yes.
Blue Japan, and I was just like, wow. Some of this, the farmer pants, the trousers, they were all just.
I think Blue Japan really took over this week's releases.
Talk about under the radar. Nobody.
Yeah.
There was no fanfare about it. No.
Not much.
They didn't really advertise about it. But it was just
I mean,
like,
except for the stuff on Blue Owl's IG or website, but other than that, I haven't seen much.
great stuff. Honestly,
Yeah.
this week's if you have the chance, check it out. There's some really good, pretty, even the Cabana shirts. They have
Yes.
this one like with the cherry blossoms. It's really I mean, for me, it's a little bit outside my budget for a shirt.
For a shirt.
But the little faint cherry blossoms with the outline of Mount Fuji on the back, and
Right.
I was like, had this been for me a couple $100 cheaper, I would have definitely picked
Right.
it up. But I just
course.
couldn't. I couldn't justify it.
So, some other pieces that are really interesting. Of course, we talked about those, but the Sashiko overshirt, the Indigo Sashiko overshirt, and of course the paper yarn knit Hayori in navy.
Huh.
Is this the one we were talking about yesterday? Right, huh? It's this one.
Yes, that's the one. That was in my cart.
Yes.
And it's on its way to
Is it?
New York City.
Good stuff.
Oh heck yeah. Oh, I couldn't.
Good stuff.
I wasn't gonna pass that up. Once I saw that, even though
Yes.
last week I was saying I don't want to look like Steven Seagal. I don't want to.
But still.
I was like, this was different.
yes.
I
very
saw
much.
this, and it looks like it's gonna fall. It doesn't look rigid. It just looks so soft, so comfortable, and it
Right.
just looks like a very nice, cool summer night type of
Exactly.
from shirt. I just couldn't pass that up.
Exactly.
It looked too good, and it was I think it's like part paper.
Really?
25%.
Okay, that's why it's called paper yarn knit,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Okay. So it was this, the yarn dyed Sashiko over shirt, and Yabane Dubby button down shirt also.
Yeah, I
Those
got the
three
button down
pieces.
shirt, the Adobe button down shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the other thing I picked up because
Okay.
uh, it looked like I got a slightly looser cut of this shirt because I have that other patchwork shirt from SDA, and I
Right.
love that shirt, but it's just a smidge tight. Like if you wanna, as we things are opening up, you kind of maybe want to give somebody a bro hug or something like that, and you don't want to
Right.
have, you don't want to be busting out at the seams and tear the shirt. So I needed
Exactly.
something a little bit
Okay.
more comfortable. But yeah, I picked that up too. So I only picked up the two things, but still waiting for those Rick and Morty Naked and Famous. They're coming out this
Right.
month or next.
Okay.
So we'll see.
So what about the linen patchwork farmer's coats? $1,000.
That's
like-
that was nice, but the
That's a
1,000
nice piece, right?
that and the $700 pants that go with it, the farmer pants.
Right.
These two were really, really special, and you know they're worth the cost. But I just, I couldn't do it right now.
It's a lot of money.
It is. I mean, between the two that you're talking about, I mean, if you get one, you should try to get the other.
Right.
And so for me, I just felt like I couldn't drop like $2,000. I mean,
1,800
that's like
bucks.
part of my mortgage. I couldn't,
No, I get it.
and plus, given what I do professionally, I don't have the opportunity to wear any of this stuff. I work 6
Right.
days a week, and the 7th day I'm recording a podcast in my closet. So I don't have what am I gonna do? Dress up for this podcast? No, that's
No.
I dress up as it is.
You could, but
Now, you know what I'm hoping to do, and this goes back to
right.
pre-podcast, pre real denim head. One of those things I've always wanted to do was get a denim lab coat, make a denim lab
Right.
coat. And
Okay.
so, given the connections that we have now, I'm thinking maybe we'll approach Coddle if they're willing. Some of the listeners may know this. I'm actually outside of a podcaster. Really, my day job and the thing I do for 60, 70 hours a week is actually I'm a dentist in Brooklyn. And so for me, I think we're talking like 3-4 years ago, the idea was planted in my head to actually make a lab coat of denim, of really good high-end denim. And I even went to 3x1
I remember that. Yeah.
in Soho, actually, and I approached them. But, at that time, I think it would have costed around $1,400, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I couldn't do it. Actually, and then fast forward about a year or a few years later, when I was in Blue and Green, and I spoke to the one of the people there. Gosh, I wish I had remembered his name. Maybe
Okay.
I'll. He's definitely a really cool guy. I told him about it, and he even was into it. We were trying to look at other pieces to kind of then customize to retrofit to a lab coat or see if it could pass off as one.
Okay.
But then the pandemic
Yeah.
happened, and
it's-
I forgot. But maybe we'll approach Coddle.
Coddle might
I
do
think,
it.
Yeah, Coddle might do it, and I'm hoping we're planning on actually proceeding with the project. I know
Yes.
sometime this week we're hoping to finally order
yes.
some denim. Darius
Finally.
just give me a sly smile. But it's
No, it's
gotta do
happening. Definitely.
it's happening. No, yeah, all our listeners, I know they've been waiting.
Yes.
We'll definitely do that this time,
Exactly.
especially with the summer months. We want to wear something a little bit looser, and such. So Darius, do we have a denim head of the week?
Yeah. Our denim head of the week is Sarah. She's from Hong Kong, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Her IG handle is Vansar1, so I'm gonna spell it. It's gonna be easier. That's VANSAR1, the
Okay.
actual number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got a serious collection of denim. I'm looking at one of the pictures here. I can see some Momotaro, some LVC, Edwin, Oni,
Wow.
PBJ.
That's a serious collection right there.
Some other PBJs, some leather patches that I haven't never seen. One says 4 Seasons. Yeah, a bunch of stuff. Some really interesting pieces. So yeah, I thought, and I see also a certain Oris watch, a Oris collab with
Is that right?
Momotaro.
She
Yes,
does
yes,
have it?
yes, yes,
No way. She is
yes,
a
sir.
legit denim head.
That's what I'm
That I
saying.
mean, like
Yes,
this person has like all of this denim and the watch. I mean, the
right.
watch is like the cherry on top of the sundae.
I know.
Wow, that's and not many people have that watch.
Yeah,
So
it's
cool.
gone
Yeah,
pretty
I don't know. Did we ever
unnoticed.
talk about this actually? Did we ever tell people that
That's what
there's
I'm
a?
saying. No, it's gone pretty unnoticed. I feel like it's gone unnoticed
Do you
in
want to
the
talk a
denim
little bit
world.
about it?
It's a collaboration between a Swiss watchmaker, Oris, and Momotaro. So they worked on one of Oris's diver watch,
Okay.
and they made a new dial, a type of faded green dial, and the band is made out of denim. And on one of the parts of the band, you have the battle stripes. So it's
Nice.
a classic Momotaro look on a Swiss watch. So best of both worlds, as we say.
Cool. Okay.
Very
Well, that's
cool.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. That is very cool. Oh, wow.
So that's our denim head of the week.
Awesome. Awesome. And are you feeling chatty? Should our listeners expect a midweek drop this week?
I think they can expect it. Yes.
All right, folks. Until the next time, stay safe out there.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.